Okay, so I guess we are live now. Let me check couple of settings. Yeah. Hello, hi everyone. Good evening. We'll start our Q&A session shortly. So before we start, can anybody confirm in the chat window, am I audible properly? Please give me confirmation in the chat window. Yes, no. Okay, great. Yes, I can see people are joining. Thank you so much for joining, guys. We'll wait for 1 or 2 minutes and then we'll start with our Q&A. Okay, so yes, I can see Sanjay have joined. Hi Sanjay, thank you so much for joining. I can see Anil have joined, Vasanti have joined. So we'll start answering all this question one by one. Hello Ambika, thanks for joining. Okay, so Anil have question, Vasanti have question. So Anil, Vasanti, just give me a couple of minutes and I will answer all these questions shortly. Main Asmani. Hey, hi Ashu. Good to see you. Hi Muttu. Web testing UI. Hi Mukesh. Hi Nirmal. Nirmal Chakravarti. Good to see you. Sabyasachi Mahanta. Raja. Hi Raja. Hi Shushmita. Hi Dinesh. Ayush Maheshwari. Hi Ayush. I also have a question. Yes, Ashu, please go ahead. This is all about Q&A session. Feel free to ask any question. Sunil, but hi Sunil, hi Lipika, hi Kirish, hi Karan. Okay, let's start by. So guys, this is a monthly Q&A session. Every month we have a Q&A session. So we'll take few questions which is coming in the chat window and we'll answer them one by one. So those who are joining first time, guys, we are starting our new automation training batch, which is starting from 14th of May. This is a live training batch, which is Selenium with Java. So this is detailed live training program, which includes Java, Selenium, TestNG, Maven, Git, GitHub, framework development, your Git, GitHub, AWS, Docker, Selenium Grid, and BDD. This includes everything which is required for real-time plus interview preparation and resume building session. So those who are interested, I will be sharing all this link. So in case if you want, you can go ahead and enroll now. In case if you have any questions related to this, that also we can discuss. So these are the two links which I'm pasting. One is for enrollment and one is for syllabus. You can find all these links directly in the chat. So there's a space. Let me give this separately. So this is for the batch and this is for the syllabus. Okay, so let's start with the first question. So first question is from Anil Kumar. Uh, which CICD tool is popular in 2025? Type top 5 options, rating 1 to 10. See, Anil Kumar, understand how CICD works. So you no need to pick 5 CICD tools or 10 CICD tools and based in terms of rating. What I would recommend is start learning Jenkins. And first of all, Jenkins is popular because it's open source. It has been in the market almost from last 2 decades. Jenkins, only one issue which I found is the plugin issue. So most of the companies, they are preferring a different CI/CD tool. So if you want to try for two, then I would recommend Jenkins, which is widely used, and the second one is Azure DevOps. Most of the company, those who have Microsoft subscription, Azure subscription, they generally go with Azure DevOps. Third option, if you ask me, GitHub Actions, and fourth option, I would recommend TeamCity. So these four are more than enough. But instead of learning 4 or 5, stick to 2 because eventually all CI/CD tools works on the same principle. They will help you to run your test. You can schedule your test. You can create hooks, and you can run your pipelines. So stick to 2, not more than 2, because eventually after two or three CI/CD tool, you will notice that they work exactly in the same way. Only the syntax will change. For mobile automation, what are the tools which is popular in 2025? Is it possible to do with Playwright with TypeScript Cucumber framework? See, Anil, first of all, don't only run behind the trending tools, because trending tools, as the name says, it will go as per the trend. But if you see the job description, if you see the job market, there's a one tool, or I will say library, which is available for mobile automation, APM. No competition so far, works exactly fine in Android and iOS. Stick to APM. But in case if you want to explore the different tools, you can also explore Catalan Studio. You, if you want to try Gen AI based, then you can try Test Trigger. But APM, if you see most of the job description, you find APM. Playwright with TypeScript, Cucumber framework, yes, you can have BDD framework with Playwright using Java, using JavaScript, using TypeScript, and including Python as well. Vasanti says, hi Mukesh, I have around 15 years of experience in testing. I'm applying for a lot of jobs through LinkedIn, not getting even a single call. Could you please guide on this? See, Vasanti, obviously, when you have like 10 plus experience, 12 plus, or 15 plus in your case, number of openings usually will be low. But now it depends on many factors. If your resume having the proper skills as per the 15 years of experience, for example, you just have Selenium or you just have API testing, it will not work. So 15 plus experience, you have to have multiple skills. You should have at least two tools for web automation, two tools for API, two different programming languages. You should also know how to work with BDD framework. You should also be comfortable how to use these Gen AI based tools. You should by default have at least performance testing by now in your portfolio. You should be also comfortable with different um, tools which is running in the market. So these are the bare minimum skills apart from your project requirements. So if you don't have that in your resume, chances are very less that you will get a call. So I have seen number of calls are less, but not zero. If you are getting zero calls from last 2 to 3 months, it's high time to check your LinkedIn profile is properly formatted. It is optimized properly. You should have an ATS friendly resume along with these skills. Try all this and you will see some changes. Even after doing all of this, if you're still not getting call, then maybe you can book one-to-one session with me and we can discuss this separately. Okay, so hi Arul. Okay, we also have Priya Bhatia. Hi Priya Bhatia, good to see you. So guys, those who are interested in data science, machine learning, you can check out Priya Bhatia channel. She's also content creator working with Turing right now, handling multiple data science project. So in case if you want to explore her YouTube channel, please go ahead and search for Priya Bhatia. You will get a lot of content related to data science. So thank you so much, Priya, for joining. Ambika says, I have 10 years of manual testing working experience, but now from last 7 years, I'm on a break for family reasons. Can you please guide how to restart work back from where to start? See, Ambika, first of all, 10 years experience is good, but gap that you have is too much. That too in manual testing, so you have to again restart. See, good thing is not many things have changed drastically, but what I would recommend based on the current situation, before you start any automation tool or before you start anything, just do the market research. When I say market research, open naukri.com, LinkedIn, monster.com, and just search for, let's say, automation testing engineer or automation test engineer, automation test architect. Enter your location, scan minimum 10 to 15 job description, and you will find a pattern. So first of all, manual testing, no jobs as of now, even though you will end up doing manual testing, but in order to get calls, you need to have automation experience. And since you're resuming after 7 years, you might have to go through a proper course or a training. So in case if you want to start directly from training, I'm also starting my new batch from 14th of May, which you can directly start. Within 4 months, you will be ready, job ready for the market. But in case if you want to explore free YouTube videos, I have videos on everything. Coming back to from where to start, you can start with Selenium with Java. Later on, you might have to learn Playwright with JavaScript as well, but good to start with Selenium with Java. Understand web automation, then go to API automation, and then make changes in your resume and start applying. Break doesn't matter, but After a break, if you're not updated as per the market, chances are very less you will get a call. So it's high time to take actions, upgrade your skills, come back to the market. You might see some challenges again when it comes to giving interviews, because you're obviously applying after 7 years. Initial 3 to 4 interviews, you don't have to hesitate. Attend, see how you're able to understand questions and how you're giving the answers. Take every interview as a feedback, learn from your past experience, and move on to the next interview. But don't wait for the perfect time. Start as soon as possible. Aishwarya Malaji. So cost is Aishwarya, it's 15,000 plus GST, and the course will take 3 to 4 months. And this time we also have included different Gen AI tools, how you can use different Gen AI tools, how to use Cursor AI, how to use Windsurf, how to use GitHub Copilot, and how you can write code with the help of AI. So obviously AI we will see at the end. First we'll understand the everything that you need. AI can give you as an assistant, but we'll go through each and everything that you need in real time for interviews along with AI. So it's a weekday batch, Monday to Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. IST, and every day we'll have a doubt session. Nirma says only 15 days notice period. Why recruiters prefer? Oh, oh, oh. And when AI series will start, not test trigger. So Nirmal, this notice period issue, see, they have now different expectation. Many people are available within a week. Many people are available within 15 days. So you might have seen a lot of layoff happened in March and April, right? So many people are available within a week. So now recruiters have a different expectation that you should be available maybe from next Monday or maybe after 15 days. But coming back to negotiation part, how smartly you can negotiate, it's up to you. But people are available for the next day as well. When AI series will start, most probably after 14th. Currently, I'm busy with my ongoing batch, and the new batch is starting. So most probably from 15th, I will resume. Richa says, hi Mukesh, on which criteria should one decide to change a job or stay in the same organization? See, Richa, first of all, the person who have crossed 10 plus experience, 12 plus experience, or 15, I would not recommend a switch, because after 10 plus or 12 plus 15 plus, number of openings will come down. But let's say if you are not getting the proper pay as per your experience, as per the current market situation, or let's say if you're not getting proper work life balance, or it could be you're not upgrading in the current job, that time you can think for a switch. But let's say if you want to just upgrade your skill set, you don't need to switch, you can upgrade without switching too. But if the work life balance is not proper, or the work environment toxic, which is affecting your mental health, you can definitely think of switch. See, generally people switch because of one primary reason is package, right? If you're satisfied with the package, if you're okay with the work life balance, if you're getting proper knowledge, and you're doing upskilling time by time in the current job, I don't think switch is mandatory. But sometimes if all of these are not having, or maybe one of the things which is troubling a lot, you can think of a switch. But make sure you have enough offers before uh, quitting your current job, because right now market is good but not too good that you leave a job and you will get job in next 15-20 days. No, you might have to wait 1 month to 6 months. But should we switch or not, it's very personal and subjective question. Many people switch because maybe they want to move to a different location, but everything is fine. Sometimes they switch because of maybe their husband or their wife is working on different location. So reason of switch varies person to person. Okay, so question from Ashu. uh, So I'm giving interviews, but somehow in the coding part, I'm not that good. But logic building is there. Half cooked though. What should I do? Okay. Another follow-up question, from where should I learn about the Stream API of Java? Okay, let's take this one by one. See, Ashud, first of all, this is not only you. Everybody have this kind of issue where they understood the problem. They understood this is the logic we need to write. When it comes to writing the code part, you forget the syntax. Then it's just a matter of 2 to 3 weeks where you need to get comfortable with the syntax part. If you have other issue that you understand the syntax and you're not able to build logic, that's a big issue. So good thing is you are comfortable with the logic, you just have to focus on the syntax part. So I would recommend take a 21-day challenge, that every single day you will solve one problem, you will write the code properly. It might take around 1 hour, 2 hours, where you have to write syntax from the scratch and you will complete the program. But trust me, this 21 days will change your complete game, because most of the time you will see the you are using for loops, you're using if else conditions, you're using arrays, you're using strings. These are the four pillars. If you understand properly, you can write any complex program. They don't expect that you should use collection every time, you should use all the oops concept. But if these four pillars are clear to you, you can write any program. So syntax part, it's all about practice, because syntax you cannot change. It's you need to understand the syntax, get comfortable with the syntax, and start writing. Java streams, you can start with Naveen Automation Labs have a dedicated series. I'm also starting a separate series on Java stream, but don't go too deep in Java stream, because again, it's a separate topic altogether, which will take another 1 month if you want to learn everything about Java stream APIs. So spend at least 1 week, understand how Lambda expression works, how functional programming works, how to use parallel streams, how to use parallel streams along with map, along with filters. That's more than enough. Random. Hi sir, is this batch curriculum same for the last one? See, curriculum never changes. We always enhance our curriculum. We keep adding new topics or the new tools which is coming. But something which is standard, which will which is needed right now, will always remain same. For example, in college, they won't change your syllabus every time, right? Every semester for every batch. Few things will be added, few things which is not applicated, will be removed. But most of the curriculum will be same. So I've given the syllabus. In case if you want to add or remove anything, let me know. We can customize. Girish says, where do we start learning performance testing? Which tool to start and relevant in the market? You can start with K6 and JMeter. These are the two tools widely I have seen in most of the job description. Uh, JMeter, I have around 7 videos which I recorded in 2018. You can see Raghopal channel automation step by step. For K6, AB automation, and one more tool is called Neoload. Neoload, I don't have any idea which channel covers, but K6 Naveen Automation Labs also have a dedicated series on K6. So if you want to check that series, so stick to JMeter and K6, more than enough. Neoload is paid. Pallavi says, hello sir, I'm from non-tech background. Will I be able to learn Selenium testing from scratch and is job interviews? Adina shared me the link. See, Pallavi, if not IT, then what else? So if you have multiple backup options, then you will not be able to focus. If you have decided that you want to get into IT, you have to go all in, and you should not have this self-doubt. It's just a matter of few months. If you spend enough time, if you do good practice, anyone, doesn't matter somebody's from the tech background or non-tech background, they can learn. It's all about you need to understand how programming works and how you can use these tools. And trust me, once you are comfortable with the process, clearing interviews is not a big deal. For example, if I have to learn Kannada, so I will imagine Kannada as a separate language altogether. And I know Hindi, I know English, I know Sindhi. So I know three different languages. It is just I need to get comfortable with certain keywords, some grammars. Then slowly I will start building a sentence. Then I will start building, I will start talking. Then I might write a song, right? So this is how the number of stages for any language. In the same way, every programming languages goes through phases. So it doesn't matter if you're from non-IT or IT, everyone will start from zero. Focus on the basics first, then you will understand some basic fundamentals, then you will start writing OOPS concept, different framework, different library. So can you do it? Yes. It's just a matter of 3 to 4 months, every day, 3 to 4 hours, and everybody can learn this automation. It's not a rocket science. I have many people who are from non-IT and they are working in IT right now. the decent package. So don't have the self-doubt, go all in. Please share your TopMate account. How can I connect with you? So Nirmal, I will give you my TopMate link in the description of this live, or I will ping you on LinkedIn. Richard says, what are the most in-demand API automation tools in 2025? So Postman by default. Now I saying Bruno is getting picked up, so you can start with Bruno. So Postman, Bruno is fine. Coming back to library side, if you're using Java, you can start with the rest assured. No competition as of now. And if you're using Python, you can use request library by default. How to prepare for DSA in programming to crack an interview for 7+ of experience. So again, Richa, for DSA and programming, I have to make a dedicated video. So maybe wait for one more week. After 14th, I will make one video how to prepare for DSA. For most of the product-based company, I have seen the first round is lead code, codility. So you have to get comfortable if you're targeting some good companies. I will make a video on this separately. Will this course make me job ready for a state role? Yes. So when I say SDET, again, it's not only web automation. You also have to learn about API automation. And if you're just starting from scratch, like you are applying as a fresher, you no need to go to each topic in depth. For freshers, if you understand how web automation works, how Selenium works, how API works, for freshers, they don't have much expectation. But if you're applying as 5 plus, 10 plus, 15 plus, then obviously expectation will change. So I would recommend start learning right away. Okay, go through some free YouTube videos. Either go for a course, not my course, any course. Your main intention should learn and start giving interviews. The moment you have more questions, it goes for a loop, right? You will start doing overthinking. Start anyways. You have nothing to lose. Start as soon as possible. Danish, which language you prefer? See, Danish again depends on your. I will say the reason. So let's say if you are only learning, then you can start with Python. But let's say if you're looking for a job change, I would recommend Java. So Java is still capturing the market. 80% is Selenium with Java. Remaining 20% is your Playwright with JavaScript, Playwright with TypeScript, Robot Framework, Selenium with Python. So if you just want a easy start with Python. The only problem is we don't have much openings. But if you want to target, switch Selenium Java plus Playwright with JavaScript. Hi Mukesh sir, when the Python batch will start? See, Tina, we started Python batch in October 2024, and we might have one more batch in September 2025. But right now we have Selenium with Java, which is starting from 14th of May. 7th June, we will start Playwright. So Python, if you want, you can get the recordings. So maybe I can guide you how you can get the recordings. So this is our LMS in case if you want Python batch recording. So this we did, like you have 74 classes, every class 1 hour. Selenium with Python, you can go for the recording. While going through the recording, if you have any questions, we can discuss separately. But live batch will start after August. And the current batch that we have is this one, which is starting from 15th. First induction class will be on 14th, then we'll continue. In case those who are not comfortable with live classes, you can go with the previous batch recordings. So we have around 82, 3 more sessions are coming. So around 85 classes means 85 hours. It has everything, your assignments, live tests, and resume templates as well. In case if you want to explore, start a free trial. And if you're comfortable with the trial, you can go for the paid one. And this is for API testing. This is the current batch, but if you just out for recording, you will get in 5,000. Outside India, it's $100. So Trina, I will be sharing all the links. Go ahead and explore in case if you want to go with recording. Sushanta Mandal. Sir, for over a 1 month, I'm not getting a single call for interview. Sushanta, again, I'm not sure how much experience you have. If you have 10 plus experience, number of openings are less, but not zero. Again, if you have 5 to 8 years experience, then you're not getting a single call. It's an issue with your profile because market is good. Many people are getting multiple offers as well. So recently, last week, around 8 students they got multiple offer. It is just you have to see whether your resume and your profile is optimized properly or not. So again, if you want to have a consultation, one-to-one consultation, I will be sharing a top mate link. You can book a session after 15th and we can discuss this. But calls are coming. Can I switch to SM role because I have a coding fear? See, Ashwarya, this is a different question. See, because of coding, if you don't want to switch, not a good option to move into Scrum Master role because what I've seen, most of the roles which got affected in layoff is mostly product managers, Scrum Masters, and person who is not technically strong. So if you want to really, you know, survive for the next 5 to 10 years, somehow you have to remove this coding fear. So this fear will be removed only when you know certain topics or when you practice. Just because of fear, if you go to a different route, it might change a complete, game altogether. Because again, suppose you started for Scrum Master role, you did some certification, you got some good job. But again, that role, I'm not saying it's not irreplaceable, but it can be replaced by someone with a small knowledge too, right? But coding, automation, and these skills will keep you sustainable for the next 5 to 10 years. So instead of getting fear from programming, learn it, implement it, and stay in the game. Most of the people who have joined my automation batch because of the fear, it's not they don't know, it's just they need a handhold support. So that's the advantage of live training. Somebody who have coding fear, they will be getting consultation, they will be getting support every day, they will be getting doubt session. But in case if you want to start with YouTube, you can go ahead with YouTube. But somebody who have coding fear, I would recommend join a live training program. But Scrum Master role, I will not uh, recommend personally. I'm also not getting single call. Is market down? No, market is not down. It's all about your profile. Thank you, sure. Hi, Mukesh. Good evening. Can we learn Q automation without having coding knowledge? Thank you. Thank you. So this is like, can I lose 10 kg of weight? Sorry, I want to lose weight up to 10 kgs without having a diet. That is not possible. You can do some crash diet. You can do some, quick fixes. You will lose some amount of weight, but again, it will come back, right? The moment you go back to old routine. So if you go to a proper diet, then you can sustain. In the same way, you can learn automation without coding if you go some Gen AI based tools. But will you learn automation? No. It is just you use certain tools to automate certain application, but that is not full-fledged automation, right? You use certain Gen AI based tools or paid tools, you did automation, but do you have any skills? No. So again, spend 4 to 6 months, learn proper automation and fill this gap. Don't look for shortcuts. You might use shortcuts and you might survive for a few more years, but at the end of the day, if you also know that if you do not have skills, your job is at the risk. So it's high time that you put some effort. And trust me, Sankishore, once you understand one programming language, one tool, you can switch to multiple programming languages and multiple tools. But once in a lifetime, you have to learn one programming and one automation tool. Hi, Porus. Hi, Mukesh. I hope you're doing well. I would want to know about Hadoop, Hive testing, automation, ETL automation. That is my company requirement. So, Porus, I'm not the right guy for ETL testing, but I have one of my friend called Paras Jain. He's working, um, I forgot the company name, but he's into ETL testing from last 15 years. He joined as a ETL tester, in 2011. So it has been 13, 14 years. He's still doing ETL testing, the best guy for ETL testing consultation. I will share his LinkedIn profile. You can check with him. He can guide you on this. So after this, maybe ping me on LinkedIn. I will share his number and LinkedIn profile. You connect with him. He's in Noida right now. In case you are in NCR region, you can personally meet and talk to him once. So from which month we can expect call? See, so Shanta, there's no fixed month. Actually, this hiring happens uh, all these months. It's all about when we have more openings. It's May, April, May, June. But this hiring happens every single month. It's all about which role you're applying, what skills you have. So don't wait that it's not a Black Friday sale or Diwali sale that it will only come in October. No, it happens every month. I should have 7.8 years of experience in manual testing. I'm thinking this we have already discussed, I guess. Pallavi, hi sir, I'm from non-tech. This also we discussed. Okay, so in interviews, they're asking don't use loops, but use streams, map, and all. So yes, Ashu, since you have 10 plus experience, it is expected from your side that you should know Java streams because it's faster. You can do parallel streams. So yes, for your experience, again, when they ask, go for a stream. When they don't ask, stick to your loops. But again, as I said, it's not a rocket science. 7 hours, more than enough. Naveen Automation Lab series is good for Java streams. I've personally used one. If you want more details, you can also check Telesco by Naveen Reddy. He have a very good videos on Java Stream. Durga Soft also have very good videos on Java Stream. But if you can wait from 15th, I can also start. Rashri says, my friend is 7th month pregnant and looking for a job in a new company. What would you suggest to take a break or can search for a new opportunity? So right now she's having job or not, I'm not, I do not have any idea. But 7 month pregnant again, she will be on break after 2 months. So maybe she can start maybe once she's back. So enjoy this period because this job hunting process and see when you start preparing for something, it takes a lot of stress. So I would recommend finish this part once you're free, once you're back to the game, then start for the new openings and then start preparation. Don't put a lot of pressure in this period at least. Another question from Ashu for performance testing. Should I go for JMeter or load runner? Go with JMeter and K6. Load runner and new load. These are paid tools. You can start with their free trials. But see, every performance tools works with the same principles, right? It is just you need to understand the different matrices. All the tools will help you to generate loads. But once you have the matrix, how quickly you can read the matrix and you can do the analysis, that is the important part. So instead of learning performance testing, I would recommend understand performance engineering. Once you understand performance engineering, trust me, doesn't matter which tool you use, it works exactly in the same way. Sumriti Smita says, hi Mukesh, I'm working for a service-based company, planning to resign, but at the same time, I put into PIP now. What can I do? Will I accept the PIP or resign? Before that, if I resign in between PIP, what happened? See, Sumriti, I would recommend don't resign until you don't have an offer. I have seen many people, they go through PIP and they get into another project. So just because of fear, if you resign, definitely you don't have anything. Chances are very high that if you perform good in PIP, then you might get another project. So don't resign without any offer for sure. If the situation comes, they ask you to resign, that's a different story. But don't do resign without any offer. Whenever you're in PIP, you will get enough time, work on a skill set, start applying, see what is missing in your profile. But if you resign upfront without any offer, it will take another you will be handling again a separate stress that you don't have a job plus you resign upfront. So not a good decision. Maybe after this call immediately see some openings Maybe if you're not getting calls, work on a profile. But if you're getting calls, if you're getting rejected, again, do some analysis, what mistakes you're doing, and let me know if you need any help. My entertainment. See, guys, I would recommend please join from your account so that I can connect with you. I can give you better answer. So coming back to this question, I know Python Selenium API testing with Postman, but not getting calls. See, imagine I know Mandarin, okay? Or maybe I know Japanese. I'm very good with Japanese, but now I'm wondering why someone is not talking to me in India. I say I can write, I can read, I can, do or maybe I can sing in Japanese. I will get frustrated because right now I'm in India, but I'm talking with everybody in Japanese language. So it's not a product market fit, right? Same way, maybe C sharp, or maybe you are the best guy for Python. But right now we don't have much openings for Python, right? So that is the problem is coming. Good part, programming, good part, Selenium. It is just you need to change from Python to Java if you're looking for a job change. I've seen people make this mistake. They just to start, uh, just to remove complexity, they start with Python. They go for 3 to 4 months of training, or they do self study, but they don't get much calls because 80% of the job openings is for Selenium with Java and Playwright with JavaScript. So it's not about you, it's all about the skills that you have. How most frequently used data are provided in the organization in Selenium login credentials. Sorry, Anuj, I did not get your question properly. Frequently used data are provided. See, Anuj, mostly when you're working for a QA environment, you will be creating test data. So for production, you will be getting a dedicated test users which you can use. But for QA environment, you can do all the exploit testing. You create the fake data. You create some valid, some invalid data, and you can play with the data. Only when it comes to production, you will be getting some test user which should be deleted once the prod testing is done. Peanut. Hey Mukesh, what expect or how much of DevOps should QA know? So Peanut, first of all, both are different roles. QA is separate, DevOps separate. But when you're working automation, most of the uh, DevOps tools we already use. We use Git, we use GitHub, we use Linux, we use AWS EC2 instances, S3 bucket, EKS. We also use Docker, right? So we also use Maven for build our project. So around 7 to 8 tools and libraries that we use, it can be reused in DevOps. But DevOps is a separate role altogether. But these are the skills which is common. So basically, if you see the diagram, they overlap these skills. Join in a contractual role is a good or not. So Ruchi, if you don't have any option, something is better than nothing. Then that case you can go for a contractual role. But if you have two offers, one for permanent, one for contractual, again depends on the company. Maybe you're getting permanent role in XYZ company, not good pay. But if you're getting contract role with very good company, and chances are very high that you might get converted as a permanent employee after 6 months, I would recommend go for contractual. So again, depends on many factors. There's no right and wrong answer. Since basic question, if you don't have any offer, it's good to go with contractual. But if you have two offers, again validate if these contractual roles will get converted into full time or not. Mostly it happens around 70 to 80%, but 30% still I've seen they will always be in the contract. So do this comparison and then take a call. Balchandra Yadav. Hi Mukesh, how to build confidence for interview? See Balchandran, the only way to build interviews, start giving interviews. There's no other option. You can have some mock interviews. For example, you might book 10 sessions with me for mock interviews. I can take multiple 10 or 15 mock interviews. But the moment you see again a real interviews, you again will start panicking. You will forget certain answers. So best way to do it is attend live interviews, make mistakes, learn from your mistakes, move on to the next one. Don't take rejections personally, but make sure you do retrospective after every interview. Note down the questions. Maybe you can record your own interviews and see what went wrong. Just fix this part, move to the next. Imagine like you want to make a very good paneer biryani. You might watch 10 different YouTube videos from maybe Kavita's Kitchen or Ranveer Brar or maybe tons of channels. Still, you will not be confident because you have not made the biryani right away. You might be familiar with the what ingredients you want and the process, everything, but the actual confidence will come once you start making biryani. Sometimes it will be like worst, but after a few iterations, you will see that you are getting the same flavor which everybody is expecting. Same goes for the real time. Start giving interviews as soon as possible. Even it's a startup, product based company, service based company, contractual roles, doesn't matter. Start giving interviews. Sajal Jain, hi Mukesh. How do we perform queue automation for notification testing? So again, notification testing again comes under functional. So it depends on what kind of notifications you have. Is it push notification, mobile notifications? So again, we have different framework based notification testing. So let's say if you're using AngularJS, React.js, or extension.js, they also have a different notification. So as per the functionality, as per the which framework you're using, you can write the test cases and automate this process as well. But let's say if you have Slack notification, team notification, then you have to go with their APIs. Something where you can interact directly with the UI, you can use these traditional tools, but few notification will get triggered through APIs. You have to go with rest assured, or maybe you have to go with request library. What you think joining new company while okay, this we already discussed. This is a crucial time, Rajshri. I would recommend chill, relax little bit. This is a never ending process. This will continue always, right? uh, so it's not like within 1 year everything will change. I generally don't recommend, but it's an individual call. Rajesh Raj, hi Mukesh, I have 8 years of experience. What should be the next part? Can I proceed? uh, so Rajesh, I'm not sure whether you want to switch, you don't want to switch. The question is not clear. Maybe you can reframe your question, then I can give you the better answer. If I'm not wrong, you're talking about I have 8 years experience in manual testing. What should I start? Start with web automation, then API. Arba 9566. You said don't resign, but notice period is 2 months, not getting a single call. See, Arba, when I said don't resign without any offer, it means you should have backup. Okay. For example, you resigned and you started giving interviews, but what if you don't convert this call in the next 1 year or 2 year or 6 months? Do you have backup or not? So many companies they will opt, okay, but resigning and then applying interviews can take another mental toll, right? So generally I don't recommend, but if you have backup, it's individual choice. Recommendation is have some offer, then resign. But I have seen again multiple cases. It's my personal experience, but it could be different for you. Uh, when you are resigning and then applying for jobs, and when you don't get enough calls, then again you will lose the confidence. Even you're very good with technicals, very good with other topics, but you will not have that confidence. So notice period is something you have to handle it smartly. When I say smartly, you can maybe talk to HR that right now I'm on a bench. I can ask my manager to relieve me within 30 days or 15 days. But if they don't agree, then you might have to play again another smart game. See, everyone, that I'm giving my suggestions, recommendation, but end call will be yours. So don't say that Mukesh told don't resign, Mukesh told resign immediately. It just I'm having a Q&A session. I'm just sharing my experiences and few inputs. And people getting calls who only have 15 days left, but not for 2 months. See, Arba, if you're too ready, that yes, Mukesh, I can crack interviews within 15 days, 20 days, or maybe 1 month, you can try, but I don't recommend. Switch should not happen for the desperation purpose, right? That you're too desperate to switch, things might go in a different way. Balchandra Yadav, how to target a product based company, which tools and skills need? See, Balchandran, again, not every, okay, let me break it into two parts. Product based companies, multiple product based companies. But there are few product based companies, they hire for a specific skill set. For example, I'm just giving one example of MongoDB. You're hiring, looking, your next target is MongoDB. Now, obviously, you should be too much comfortable with database along with other tools. Let's say you're targeting Visa or maybe American Express or maybe Citibank. You're targeting banks. Obviously, you should have some knowledge about how banking system works, right? Plus, you should be too much strong in BTD and API testing. But let's say you're targeting generic product based companies, then you need a generic skill set. The best way to check is make a list of 10 product based companies, which is your, I will say, dream list, or maybe, yeah, these are your targeted companies. Don't target every product based companies, because target based companies can have a 1 employee to 10 employees too. But if targeting some good target product based company, like say Google, Amazon, Netflix, Meta, obviously you need to go through at least 1 year of preparation, because they have a different skill set. They are too much concerned about DSA. So your preparation will change, depends on which companies you're targeting. Don't make a generic approach. If I learn Playwright with JavaScript, it will be good for me in future to get jobs. See, again, this is what I've seen. Number of openings are high for Playwright with JavaScript, but I've seen opening for Cypress as well. You will find opening for Karate framework as well. But if you see the charts, if you do the analysis, Linear with Java and Playwright with JavaScript is a deadly combination right now. Uh, Arul, hi Mukesh, knowledge of data science can also be useful for automation testing. See, Arul, obviously, when you have knowledge of data science, machine learning, generative AI, it will be useful. But will it be applicable for automation testing? Not immediately, but in future, if your organization is implementing LLM model within the organization, then definitely your knowledge will help. Okay, so knowledge of anything is not going to harm you. It will definitely give you uh, a big jump later on. You might connect all the dots at later stage, but for automation testing, you might not need data science in depth. Should I join BA course? I have worked only in healthcare domain. I'm not expert in healthcare either. Stuck with no jobs and time is just passing. SM or BA role. So Ashwarya, as I mentioned earlier, these roles not have that much of security. If the last 8 years into, if you have spent last 8 years into QA, it makes sense to move into automation testing, right? And then later or DevOps. Just because of programming fear, you're going to product management, business analyst, or scrum master role. You can do it, but not sure about the sustainability part. So again, Ashwarya, if you need one-to-one consultation, book a paid call. After 15th, we can discuss. But my personal recommendation, if you have spent last few years in QA, start automation testing. Okay, the last 10 minutes, then we can end. So those who are interested, we are starting our new online training program, Selenium with Java, with framework development, resume, and everything from 14th of May. It's a weekday batch, every day 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. along with doubt session, and we are covering everything which is required for current market, along with generative AI tools for automation testing. So I will be sharing links once again in case if you want to explore. So this is the link for syllabus. And in case if you want to go with the trial, you can go for the trial first. So this is the link for the syllabus, and this is the link for enrollment. So you can use this link for enrollment. Okay, so let's quickly go back to questions. Hi Mukesh. I'm planning to start QA automation. I have experience in WebDriver IO, Selenium, Playright in my current organization, but I want to choose one and want to focus on it completely. So, see, good thing Akshay about you is you have experience in multiple tools, right? WebDriver IO, Selenium, Playright. So, one thing you might have noticed that all tools are exactly doing the same thing, right? You are interacting with browser, you're interacting with web elements, you're capturing certain data, and then you're validating. It's just a matter of few days that you need to learn a new syntax and you can switch to any automation tool. What I would recommend, focus on a long term goal, that what exactly you want to become. For example, you want to become a functional test automation expert. Your roadmap will change for the next 1 year, that irrespective which tool you're using in the current organization, for the next 6 months to 1 year you will focus on this tool stack, which includes your functional automation stack. But let's say you want to become non-functional test automation architect, your roadmap will be different, where you will focus on security, accessibility, and performance. But if you want to become full-fledged test automation architect, where you have to focus functional, non-functional, your roadmap will be changed. So sit quietly, understand what is your long-term planning, because based on that, your tools choice, the way you have to learn will change, right? So it's all about your long-term goal setting. If that goal is clear, I would recommend start with web automation, API automation, mobile automation, then go for business process automation. At least cover this part. And you might have to pick one extra tool for each category. Once you're done with it, maybe move to non-functional testing. Start with non-functional performance, then security, then accessibility. Once that is done, you have a choice that you want to stay in the automation testing or you want to jump to DevOps. Which language? Java, JavaScript is more than enough. But in future, if you want to plan for DevOps, Python would be a good choice. Please let me know the future of learning Playwright. Venkat Brahma Ji. See, I have seen the good trend for Playwright from the last 5 years. If you see the graph, it's going uh, in a different direction. Many company who have uh, licenses, they're also going with paid versions of. Okay, let me reframe. Playwright is free, but one of the cloud service is paid, right? So if you just want to explore Playwright as a free tool, definitely go ahead. Good tool, lot of new features. Uh, it has all the latest features which a current automation tool should have. Plus, nowadays you might have seen MCP, right? So Playwright have a very smooth integration with MCP. So when it comes to openings, market adoption, uh, feature-wise, it's good. But still, the first preference for job change is Selenium. But for looking at the future perspective, yes, Playwright is a good option. I have 8 years experience, 7 years experience in web automation, mobile automation, API, Playwright. What can I learn? Okay, first of all, very good, Rajesh, that if you are able to upgrade yourself with this, where you have touched web, API, mobile, it's high time to learn performance. And also focus on the infrastructure side, how you can scale with the infrastructure, because the moment you become automation architect, you have to focus equally on infrastructure as well. You should also get comfortable nowadays at how to use different Gen AI based tools and you can incorporate in the current organization. Arun, I have 7+ experience. I have been into manual testing now. I have basic knowledge in Selenium, but I'm not clear and currently using Virtuoso tool in my company. Can you please suggest which one should I select tool? See, Arun, when you're working, you always have two options. One is your current tool stack, which you cannot change. For example, you join one company, the team is using, for example, Tosca or WebDriver IO or any other tool. you don't have a choice. You cannot change the complete automation stack. You have to adopt, you have to implement. But looking at the market perspective, you might have to see which one is in demand and which one is the one which is evergreen. You have to mix both evergreen along with the latest one. So Selenium, if you have basics, please don't stick to basic. Market is very competitive now. Nobody is looking for the basic knowledge. You should have end-to-end knowledge, how web automation works, just one click execution, which automatically triggers your script. Everything is running on the cloud. You're getting the result. So basics is dangerous. Once you're comfortable with end-to-end, then maybe start with Playwright. Aditya, hi Mukesh. Mukhesh. We are currently exploring MultiOn Browser Use for generating a script using AI agents. What are your recommendations on learning or suggest a roadmap? See, Aditya, if you're able to get a good use case using browser use, please go ahead. So many companies, they are using generative AI. Either they are using these open source libraries or they are buying certain tools. In both the cases, you can leverage AI to enhance the current process or you can reduce the maintenance. So again, when it comes to these libraries, in terms of learning, not a good learning curve, because it's all about you're learning the library and you're using the main advantage you will get that moment you start fine tuning your own models and how quickly you can fix the current context. Personally, what I've seen, uh, when it comes to basic use cases, browser use works, but the moment you have end-to-end scenarios, complex scenarios, it doesn't work. Maybe it will evolve over the period of time, but it is working right now for basic functionality, basic end-to-end flows. Complex flows, I have seen the big failure. So maybe you have to reiterate your prompt, give the exact prompts, then you will get the result. But as of now, I would recommend start Playwright with MCP that have a far better result as compared to browser use. But if you're able to get some good result with browser use, please continue. But also give a try with Playwright with MCP. Most welcome, Rajesh. Okay, guys, that's all for today. I hope I have covered most of the answers. So thank you so much. In case if you have any other questions, please let me know in the comment after this live. And those who are interested, please contact me or my team for the batch. In case you are not interested but you want to refer your friends, you can refer them as well. And I will see you guys in the next live. Till then, bye bye, take care, and see you soon.